Cryptic Codes. From 5 lines of letters scrawled on the back of a dead man's book to the taunting codes sent to police by the Zodiac killer, some of history's most legendary uncrackable codes and ciphers represent a fascinating and frustrating challenge even for the world's brightest cryptographers. Could the bail papers lead to buried treasure? How does the Chow Cipher work? Will you ever decode ours? The Somerton Case. Who was the Somerton man? How did he die, and what do these strange codes found on a book connected to the man mean? An unidentified male body was found on Somerton Beach in Adelaide, Australia in 1948 wearing a sweater and coat despite the hot day, carrying no identification. There were no clues as to his identity and dental records and fingerprints matched no living person. An autopsy discovered bizarre congestion, blood in the stomach and enlarged organs but no foreign substances. A suitcase found at the train station that may have belonged to the man contained a pair of trousers with a secret hidden pocket, which held a piece of paper torn from a book imprinted with the words Tom on should. The paper was matched to a very rare copy of Omar Khayyam's The Rubaiyat that was found in the back seat of an unlocked vehicle, and on the back of the book was scrawled 5 lines of capital letters that seemed to be a code. To this day, the entire case remains one of Australia's most bizarre mysteries. The Crypt AST. It's like a tease, standing outside the headquarters of the CIA in daily view of some of the nation's brightest cryptographers yet eluding them for years. The Crypt AST monument is a sculpture by artist Jim Sanborn bearing an encrypted message divided into 4 sections, 3 of which have been solved since its installation in 1990. With misspellings in the code intact, the first part reads, "Between subtle shading and the absence of light lies the nuance of occlusion," and the second part references some invisible buried treasure ostensibly located some 200 feet from the statue itself. The famous Zodiac 340 letter. The Zodiac killer, whoever he is or was, is known just as much for the incredibly complex coded letters he sent to the Bay Area press as for his brutal unsolved murders. While some of his taunting ciphers have been solved, this 340-character message sent in 1969 has never been cracked. We think we have solved this mystery. However, will be talked about in another video. The Dorabella cipher. Sent by cipher enthusiast Edward Elgar to his friend Miss Dora Penny, the Dorabella cipher seems upon viewing like it might not mean anything at all. But this string of strange symbols, made up of semicircles in various configurations, has been the subject of unfruitful study for over a century. Musicologist Eric Sams claimed to have solved it, but his methods are unproven and his translation is 22 characters longer than the cipher. Another speculation is that the code is not text, but a melody. Or a key. The Chow Cipher. If an autobiography detailing the author's memories of James Joyce seems like a strange place to find an uncrackable cipher, that's because it is. J.F. Byrne inserted his crypto system challenge into the book Silent Years, offering $5,000 to whoever solved it. At least 3 people know how Byrne's Chow Cipher, a machine small enough to fit into a cigar box used to encrypt the message, actually works, but no one has ever solved the code. Or have they? The bail papers. Want $40 million in buried gold, silver, and jewels? All you have to do is solve an infamously impossible set of cipher texts, one of which effectively provides that much sought X on the map. The treasure was reputedly buried in Bedford County, Virginia by one Thomas Jefferson Bale, who entrusted his encrypted cipher texts to a local innkeeper. After the innkeeper's death, a friend who was given the papers spent 20 years trying to solve the ciphers, finally completing the one that describes the treasure. Despite many tries, the 2 others have never been solved. There are so many out there, all pointing to hidden knowledge. A book of leaves, many have called it. A mythical book, believed to be the solution or gateway for great things. Say, from modern-day perspective, it could be like nuclear energy, it can build walls as well as destroy them. Same is the knowledge of the Book of Leaves. We offer you, dear listener, a chance at incitement, danger, and a chance to glance, if not for a moment, at the Book of Leaves. As with any path to enlightenment, there will be hardships and riddles. Here is your first. Stay paranoid, my friends.